So today, we're going to break down a really powerful tool for any creator out there, the audience model. This is the key, to stop guessing and start making content that actually truly connects with people.
We've all been there, haven't we? You're trying to create content that appeals to absolutely everyone because you're hoping to get the biggest reach possible.
But here's the thing, that's a trap. When you try to speak to everybody, you often end up connecting deeply with no one. Your message just gets watered down and it loses its punch.
So how do we fix this? The answer is a structured audience model. I want you to think of it like a roadmap. It helps you understand not just who you're creating for, but maybe even more importantly, why they should care in the first place. And the best part? It all breaks down into a simple three-phase process that you can actually use. First, we're going to identify our core audience. Then we'll map their world. And finally, we'll validate our understanding to make sure we're on the right track. So let's get into it.
All right, phase one is all about identification. Now, this isn't about creating a detailed profile for every single person who follows you. No way. It's about defining the core groups, or what we call archetypes, that make up your audience.
So what exactly is an archetype? Well, it's just a representative profile for a key slice of your audience. Each one is driven by a totally unique set of needs and motivations that brought them to your content to begin with. Now, this part is absolutely crucial. You don't need dozens of these things. Your goal is to identify just 3 to 5 core archetypes. That's the sweet spot, It keeps your model focused, it keeps it manageable, and it stops you from getting overwhelmed while still covering the people who matter most. Let's look at how this actually works. Say you have a curious student. Their goal is deep understanding, right? So your tone needs to be educational and detailed. Then you've got the busy professional. They need efficient solutions, so your content has to be concise and actionable. And what about an educator? They're looking for methods they can replicate, so you need to be structured and super clear. See how their goal directly changes how you talk to them? Okay, on to phase 2. Once you've got your archetypes figured out, it's time to map their needs. This is where we really go deeper to build a rich, empathetic understanding of who these people truly are. For every single archetype, you're going to want to map out 3 key things: the specific problems they're facing, the bigger aspirations they have, and this one is so important, the exact language they use to talk about all this. Using their words isn't just a clever trick, it's how you build real trust and show them that you genuinely get it.
And that brings us to our final step, phase 3, validation. You can think of this as the reality check. Because honestly, without this step, your whole audience model is just a bunch of well-educated guesses. It's just a hypothesis.
This whole phase is about closing that gap between what you think your audience needs and what they actually tell you they need, whether it's through their actions or their words.
So, how do you measure this? You look at a couple of key things. First, retention. Are people actually sticking around? And then there's the qualitative feedback. What are the comments and messages saying? Are they confirming that your content is hitting the mark? That kind of feedback, that's pure gold.
So there you have it. Identify, map, and validate. But you have to remember, this isn't a one-and-done kind of task. It's a cycle that keeps going. As your audience changes and evolves, your model has to evolve right along with them. That's how you make sure your content always stays relevant and impactful.
So what's your next step? Take these archetypes we've talked about and start turning them into detailed personas that you can use to plan your very next piece of content. Here's a challenge for you. What's just one archetype that you can define today?